Wow. Just a quick reminder to silence your cell phones. Everybody dig in your pocket and find it. I already did mine. We'll get started here in just a second. All right, here we go. Welcome. The variety show has been an important part of the decades of the Salem community. Begun by women interested in helping their community, the Cosmopolitan Club started the variety show in 1951 as a way to bring interest to the community and provide financial backing to various venues. Many clubs in Salem which no longer exist were essential components of the variety show for many years by providing all types of entertainment to help the Cosmopolitan Club succeed in its endeavors. Decade, a period of 10 years. The 1950s were the first full decade after the end of World War II and are remembered as a prosperous time of recovery from the Great Depression of the 30s and the war years of the 40s. In 1950, Diners Club, the first modern credit card, was introduced. The first organ transplant, a kidney, was performed. U.S. President Harry S. Truman ordered the building of the hydrogen bomb. The Korean War began, and the first Peanuts cartoon strip was published in 7 newspapers. In 1951, the first regularly scheduled color TV program was introduced by CBS, and Winston Churchill took the reins in Great Britain as Prime Minister. In 1952, Jonas Salk began testing a successful polio vaccine, and in 1953, the discovery of the double helix chemical structure of DNA was announced, and Elizabeth was crowned the Queen of England. In 1954, the Supreme Court ruled in the Brown versus the Board of Education decision. The first atomic submarine was launched, and in 1955, Disneyland opened, followed by Ray Kroc introducing the world to McDonald's. Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat on the bus, and the first retractable seat belt was introduced. In 1956, Elvis Presley burst on the scene. Grace Kelly married Prince Rainier of Monaco. The TV remote was invented, and Velcro was registered to use on products. The year 1957 found Sputnik being launched, and The Cat in the Hat was published. Memorable moments of 1958 found Bobby Fischer becoming the youngest chess grandmaster, the establishment of the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, and the invention of hula hoops and Legos. On the first day of 1959, Fidel Castro became the dictator of Cuba, and The Sound of Music opened on Broadway. Linda Milady always keeps up with the variety show theme through the dance routines from the students of the Salem Academy of Dance. This year is no exception. In 1958, the song Rockin' Robin was released, which later became a top hit for the Jackson 5. Please welcome Jolene Brooks, Paisley Curran, Crielle Dubois, Evelyn Damuth, Conley Kafer, Lexi Keogh, Anaya Miller, Piper Pace, Gracelyn Porter, Lucy Salyer, Emily Taylor, and Sadie Wynn as they do a tap routine Take it away, ladies. I was out there. I was in. Well done, well done. Tonight, we are pleased to have with us several past Miss Salem winners. This group from the 1950s through the 1970s who have shared with us the most outstanding memory of the year. Ask the ladies to please stand as your name is called and remain standing. Here we go. Miss Salem, 1960, Marianne McCarter McDaniel. I can't tell, but I will keep reading. Marianne states, I felt very blessed to represent Salem during the centennial year of 1960. The experience was instrumental in giving a 15-year-old shy country girl confidence and courage. Thank you, Cosmopolitan Club. Miss Salem 1964, Wanda Lee Wisdom Parks. There she is. Who states, the best part of being Miss Salem was being able to represent the beautiful people in Salem. This has always been a very caring community and ready to help your neighbor in any way you could. It was an honor to represent them. Also, a very fond memory is that my dad was ill and couldn't come to the pageant, and the best part was coming home and telling him I had won. He was very proud because he too loved Salem. Please remain standing. Miss Salem, 1967, Rita Carol Deckard. There she is. Rita states, I was very proud to be selected Miss Salem in 1967. My dad was transferred to Richmond, Missouri during my reign, so it was a challenge for me to participate in many functions. I attended chamber and other club dinners and enjoyed being a spokesperson for the area. Miss Salem, 1969, Sharon Wisdom Pace. Right over there. Who states, "It was such an honor to be chosen to represent my hometown. The highlight of my year was riding in the parade and greeting our friends and neighbors at the annual Dent County Fall Festival celebrations." Miss Salem, 1970, Nancy Groff Lowe. Nancy states, "I remember just being so surprised when they announced my name as Miss Salem. I still have the watch I received as a gift." Miss Salem, 1974, Lynn Emery Engel. She states, "Williams Shoe Store sponsored me for the Miss Salem pageant. When my name was called as the winner, I was shocked. I love how all of the stores went out of their way to help Miss Salem feel special. It was always a tradition for Miss Salem to receive a watch from Mark's Jewelry, which I still have mine. It's a great memory of Loretta Marks and all she did for Miss Salem winners when she had her store. Riding in the parades, assisting with Pancake Day, and the opening day of trout season was a blast." Miss Salem, 1978, Jan Stevenson Gott. She is. Jan states, "My favorite memory of Miss Salem would be flipping pancakes at the Rotary Pancake Breakfast. It is nice to see how supportive the community has been over the years. My most proud memory of Miss Salem was being a role model to the young girls with hopes and dreams of their own living in our community." Please, ladies and gentlemen, welcome these Miss Salem winners with a big round of applause. Thank you, ladies. "If You Can Dream" is a song that has been featured on several Disney music CDs, and its music video has been shown several times on the Disney Channel. The song is sung from the point of view of the first 8 official Disney princesses. Tonight, dancing to a ballet under the direction of Linda Milady are girls ages 7 through 9, who include Gemma Barton, Paige Cunningham, Ava Ellerman, Adeline Elliott, Ella Kelsaw, Aubrey Keogh, Palin Mauser, Zoe C., Kelsey Smith, Gracie Sullins, Grace Taylor, and Bella Wilbur. Take it away, ladies. Well done. In 1960, President John F. Kennedy was elected President of the United States, and 3,500 troops were sent to Vietnam. In January of 1961, Kennedy gave his famous inaugural address urging Americans to ask not what you can do, what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. In 1961, the Peace Corps was established. Minimum wage was $1, and Alan Shepard became the first American in space. In 1962, the comic book character of Spider-Man made his debut. Sam Walton opened his first Walmart store, and the Beatles released their first single. John F. Kennedy was assassinated in 1963. Martin Luther King gave his famous "I Have a Dream" speech, and the United States began using zip codes. In 1964, the Civil Rights Act was signed into law, and the Ford Motor Company began producing Mustangs. The Vietnam War escalated during 1965, and in 1966, Star Trek made its debut. The first Super Bowl was played in 1967 with the Green Bay Packers and the Kansas City Chiefs, with the Packers winning 35-10. Dr. Christian Bernard completed the first heart transplant during 1967 as well. In 1968, we saw Richard Nixon winning the U.S. presidency, with 1969 bringing the first men on the moon. The Woodstock Festival was also in 1969, and Sesame Street made its debut. And now, it is time to meet our candidates for Miss Salem 2022. Serving as narrator for this show is Cosmopolitan Club President Catherine Dent.
Welcome to the 2022 Miss Salem Pageant, a traditional part of the variety show for almost 69 years. The Cosmopolitan Club's Contestant Committee worked diligently to get high school, sophomores, juniors, and seniors to commit to the pageant, and we are pleased to bring you 10 young women vying for the title of Miss Salem 2022. Earlier today, our contestants were personally interviewed in casual attire by our distinguished panel of judges. Each girl completed a 15-minute interview of questions ranging from social issues to international news. Our judges wanted to see a teenage girl dressed appropriately for her age, who could answer a myriad of questions and who could present herself in a poised and confident manner. In many ways, the interview today served for some of these girls as an interview they might have for a job in the future. This pageant is not just about being pretty, but it's about being an all-American girl, showing who she really is, gaining confidence, speaking in public, achievement, and being at peace with herself. Tonight, our judges will see these 10 young women in formal attire. They will come forward with their escort and will choose a question at random, which they will answer to the best of their ability. But before bringing these girls on stage, we'd first like to introduce you to their escorts for the evening, who are representatives of Salem High School. Our escorts this evening are wearing the latest tuxedo styles, courtesy of the Hot Spot, owned and operated by Stephanie Cook. Please greet Garrett Brooks, son of Jeff Brooks and Christy Brooks, Colin Haven, son of Chris and Jody Haven, and Eddie Levant, son of Ed Levant and Joletta Levant. Please welcome our escorts with a hearty applause. Please hold your applause until all contestants have appeared on stage.
Good evening, my name is Neely Leathers and I'm a sophomore at Salem High School.
Neely, the question you have chosen is, if you had to evacuate your home because of a natural disaster, what 3 things would you take with you and why?
If I had to evacuate my house because of a natural disaster, I would take my dog because I love him very, very much, my Bible because at least I have my guidebook through this tough time, and a necklace that my grandmother gave me because it's the last thing that I have of her. Thank you.
Our first candidate for Miss Salem is Neely Leathers, daughter of Jeff and Christy Leathers. She wears the banner of That Special Touch Florist and is a sophomore at Salem High School. Neely is involved with the National Honor Society, the Salem Chamber Singers, and is a varsity cheerleader. In her spare time, she volunteers in the nursery and with children at her church, and will be heading up the choreography in the upcoming production of Beauty and the Beast by the Salem Upper Elementary students. Neely has helped clean up trash at Montauk with the Missouri Stream Team. She auditioned for and was accepted into the All-District Choir and the SCA Honor Choir, and has been voted section leader and outstanding vocalist. She enjoys singing, acting, cuddling with her dog, road trips to Texas to see her sister and nephews, and going to Sonic after church with her friends. Neely attends Grace Community Church. Neely enjoys English as her favorite subject in school. She likes to read old plays and see how theater first began. Neely is undecided at present where she'd like to attend college, but she'd like to major in early childhood education.
Good evening. My name is Denise Stoner, and I'm a senior at Salem High School.
Denise, the question you have chosen is, what are the 3 most important things that children should be taught in school and why?
The 3 most important things that children should be taught in school are cursive writing, because it is becoming a lost art, history, because if you do not learn it, you are doomed to repeat it, and personal finance, because it teaches practical skills that will be necessary in the real world. Thank you.
Denise Stoner wears the banner of the Bank of Salem. She is the daughter of Jill Stoner and Stephen Stoner and is a senior at Salem High School. Denise served as the Missouri Girls State Treasurer, has been the president of Future Business Leaders of America, has been actively involved with varsity softball, served as a unified partner of the Special Olympics, and as a member of the Alcohol Prevention Coalition. In addition, she serves as an ambassador and board member for Honoring Our Heroes Marathon, is the youth representative to the University of Missouri Extension Council, is the Vickery intern for the Salem News, and a teller at the Bank of Salem. Denise is a 2-year Voice of Democracy essay winner. She placed second in the state for Future Business Leaders of America's business presentation, FBLA State Advancement in 2019, 2020, and 2022. Is a 2-year first-team All-District Softball and second-team All-Region Softball. She enjoys running half marathons, reading classic novels, sewing, baking, and raising goats and cattle. Denise enjoys English composition at high school. She feels it is a way to communicate thoughts and feelings and is especially applicable for her future career. Denise plans to attend the University of Alabama and major in political science, followed by a Juris Doctor degree from the University of Alabama's School of Law.
Hi, my name is Kayla Howard, and I'm a senior at Salem High School.
Kayla, if all jobs paid the same, what would you choose to do and why?
If all jobs pay the same, I would like to be a defense attorney because everyone deserves a second chance. Thank you.
Wearing the banner of Gray Construction is Kayla Howard, daughter of Gary Howard and Stephanie Howard. She is a senior at Salem High School. Kayla is a part of the high school softball team and concert choir. She is actively involved in National Honor Society, Future Business Leaders of America, and the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Kayla has received an academic honor letter, a Future Business Leaders of America state honor for sports and hospitality, participated in the All-State SCA Choir for 4 years, and was a member of the SCA Championship basketball team. In her spare time, Kayla enjoys camping, traveling, being with family and friends, shopping, and playing sports. She attends the Sacred Heart Catholic Church. Kayla's favorite subject in school is history because she enjoys learning about the history of our country. She plans to attend Ozarks Technical College, where she'd like to major in physical therapy and eventually work in sports medicine.
Hi, everybody. My name's Trinity Gorman. I'm a senior at Salem High School.
Trinity, your question is, name 5 accomplishments of which you are very proud.
I would have to say my leadership pin in FFA. I have lettered in art, and I have lettered in archery. I would also say that I have kept my 4.0 GPA all through high school, and I would say I've kept 2 good jobs throughout this time of getting all those accomplished. Thank you.
Trinity Gorman wears the banner of Travis Fulton Construction. The senior at Salem High School is the daughter of Dana and Tracy Gorman. Trinity's high school activities include Future Farmers of America and archery. She is also involved with the Fellowship of Christian Athletes and her youth group at New Harmony Church. Trinity has lettered in art and archery, has her Green Hand chapter degree and leadership award from Ag Science. Her spare time includes interests in art, archery, hunting, fishing, and being with family and friends. Trinity is presently enrolled in an EMT course. She plans to attend the Texas County Technical Institute to major in nursing, eventually graduating with her registered nurse degree and working at a regional hospital.
Good afternoon. My name is Skylar Klaprick, and I'm a junior at Salem High School.
Skylar, if you found out you have 1 year to live, describe what you would do for the next 365 days.
If I found out that I had 1 year to live, I would make sure that I got everything done on my bucket list. I would love to travel to a third world country and help build homes to people that need a shelter. Thank you.
Sponsored by Flat Nasty Off-Road Park is Skylar Clapperich. She is the daughter of Melissa Hefner and Brent Clapperich. Skylar is actively involved in volleyball, art club, American Sign Language Club, basketball, and the National Honor Society. She has participated in club volleyball, the Trash Derby Run, enjoys fostering animals and natural conservation. Skylar has won awards for all-conference volleyball and academic all-state volleyball, selected as Student of the Month, and received academic awards for French and math. She enjoys playing volleyball, off-roading, and is presently writing a song with a local artist. Skylar's favorite subject is her EMT fire rescue class because it is hands-on and a great opportunity to learn life-saving skills. Skylar would like to become a chemical engineer, would like to play volleyball past college, pursue other passions in the medical field, travel and see the world, and experience different cultures.
Hi, my name is Riley Darby, and I'm a sophomore at Salem High School.
Riley, your question is, what talent would you most like to have, and what would you do with it?
I would really enjoy having public speaking because it's a struggle for me to talk in front of multiple people, but I feel like I'm doing a great job at the moment. Thank you.
Of Kurt's Mobile Homes. She is the daughter of Shane and Jen Darby and Chris and Chrissy Decker. Riley enjoys cheerleading, golf, softball, and chamber choir, and is actively involved in book club. In her spare time, she likes roller skating, collecting sneakers, singing, and modeling. She attends New Harmony Church. Riley's community activities include working at the food pantry and cleaning the parks in the city. Riley's favorite subject in school is math, and she really enjoys it when she is able to learn and do difficult problems. Riley plans to pursue a bachelor's degree in business finance. She'd like to finish college, find a good job in Missouri so that she can be close to her family, would like to be an active member of a golf club where she can teach kids how to golf, and continue modeling in her spare time.
Hello, my name is Tessa Gorman, and I'm a junior at Salem High School.
Your question is, if you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be and why?
If I could change one thing about myself, I would choose to change nothing because God has perfected me into exactly who He wants me to be. Thank you.
Tessa Gorman is the daughter of Tracy and Dana Gorman and is sponsored by Vanderbilt Drug. Actively involved in tennis, National Honor Society, and prom committee, Tessa is also the assistant chaplain for Future Farmers of America. She attends New Harmony Church where she serves with the children's ministry. Tessa has received the American Legion Citizenship Award and a scholarship award through FFA. She enjoys spending time with family and friends, attending school sporting events, and church activities. Tessa's favorite subject in school is agricultural science because they allow her to learn about food, land, and animal sciences. Her future plans include attending the Texas County Technical Institute to become a registered nurse, She would eventually like to work on the OB floor of a local hospital.
Good evening. My name is Lisbeth Blanco, and I am a senior at Salem High School.
Lisbeth, your question is, your job is to reduce the pain in the world. Where do you start and why?
If my job was to reduce the pain in the world, I would start with the children, because the children will grow up and teach their children to be happy in this world, and that will continue the cycle. Thank you.
Next candidate is Lisbeth Blanco, daughter of Fred and Laura Blanco. She wears the banner of Bigo's Mexican restaurant. Lisbeth's school activities include National Honor Society, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Future Business Leaders of America, Culture Club, Student Council, and Yearbook. She has been involved with Special Olympics as a unified partner, serves as an A-plus tutor, and as a junior counselor at Camp Renewal. Lisbeth has medaled at FBLA districts, has served as an FCA huddle leader, serves as FBLA secretary, student council vice president, and was crowned football homecoming queen. She enjoys spending time with her family and friends, likes to travel, volunteer projects like selecting from the angel tree at Walmart at Christmas, and waitressing at Bigo's. She attends Sacred Heart Catholic Church. Lisbeth's favorite subject in school is math. She plans to attend the University of Missouri in the fall, where her major is undecided, but may be directed to a degree in business with a minor in Spanish or French. Lisbeth would like to begin her career at a place where she can make a difference.
Hello, my name is Sierra Rusco, and I'm a senior at Salem High School.
Sierra, how do you define success, and how will you know when you have it?
I define success as contentment in your life, and I will know that I have succeeded when I'm perfectly happy with everything that I have achieved.
Owner of Mosier Pharmacy is Sierra Rusco. She is the daughter of Ray and Tracy Mowry. Sierra has served as football manager, is the senior class president, vice president of Salem Future Farmers of America, Area 13 FFA vice president, Future Business Leaders of America vice president, a Special Olympics volunteer, and a National Honor Society member. She is currently a youth representative to the University of Missouri Extension Council and involved with the Dent County Prevention Coalition, and was recently selected for her state farmer degree for FFA. Sierra has received first place honors in FFA public speaking, Area FFA first overall in farm management, FBLA National Qualifying Introduction to Business Presentation, and FBLA National Qualifying in Marketing. She enjoys hiking, crafting, quilting, taking pictures with friends and her cattle, cooking and baking. Her favorite subject in school is agriculture because they teach great skills that can be applied to many areas of life. Sierra plans to attend the University of Missouri to pursue a degree in agriculture. She would like to attain her master's degree in the same field or a Juris Doctor degree with an emphasis on agricultural law.
Hello, I am Caitlin Steffen. I am a senior at Salem High School.
Caitlin, if given the choice, which time period, past, present, or future, would you like to live in and why?
I would like to live in the present, mostly because I like what I'm doing now. I like to know what is going to happen, what is going on now, and not to know what's going on in the future and reliving the past. It's already happened. I'd like to stay where I'm at. Thank you.
Our final candidate this evening is Caitlin Steffen, daughter of Ronnie Steffen and Allie Carroll, and stepdaughter of Marley Steffen and Burke Carroll. She is sponsored by Carroll's Garden. Caitlin's high school activities include being in the Salem High School Band, Future Farmers of America, the archery team, National Honor Society, softball, and the FFA contest team. She also enjoys pep band and volunteering at Phelps Health over the summer. Caitlin has received awards from competing in archery and shooting, where she achieved honors in the female division and ranks high in chairs for band. Her hobbies include baking, being with family and friends, shooting her bow, fishing, hunting, trapping, and helping anyone she can. She is an active member at New Harmony Church. Caitlin's favorite subject in school is math and agriculture because she likes to solve equations and enjoys helping the community by making an impact. Her future plans include attending college to major in something in the medical field. This concludes our candidates for Miss Salem. Please welcome Neely Leathers, that special touch florist. Denise Stoner, the Bank of Salem. Kayla Howard, Gray Construction. Trinity Gorman, Travis Fulton Construction. Skylar Clapperich, Flat Nasty Off-Road Park. Riley Darby, Kurtz Mobile Homes. Tessa Gorman, Vandiver Drug. Elizabeth Blanco, Bigo's Mexican Restaurant. Sierra Rusco, Mosier Pharmacy. And Caitlin Steffen, Carroll's Garden. Past Miss Salems, do you recognize going down those steps? Back to you, David.
All right, we are still talking about decades. In 1970, major news stories included information about the Concorde making its first supersonic flight, the Beatles disbanded, and the Apollo 13 mission returned to Earth after a significant event where the phrase, "Houston, we have a problem," became famous. In addition, the World Trade Center was completed and the first Earth Day was celebrated. In 1971, cigarette ads were banned on television. Disney World opened, VCRs were first introduced, and the voting age was lowered to 18. MASH premiered on television in 1972, HBO was launched, Pong, the first video game, was introduced, pocket calculators became popular, and the Watergate scandal became public knowledge. The biggest story for 1973 was the United States pulling out of Vietnam, followed closely by the Roe v. Wade decision by the Supreme Court. In addition, Secretariat won the Kentucky Derby. The national speed limit was changed to 55 in 1974, and Richard Nixon resigned as President of the United States. The UPC barcode was introduced, and the world's population was estimated at 6 billion. Jaws became a blockbuster at theaters in 1975, and Bill Gates created Microsoft. Saturday Night Live aired for the first time. In 1976, Steve Jobs created the Apple Computer Company. The first space shuttle was introduced, and Jimmy Carter defeated Gerald Ford for the presidency. In 1977, the first MRI scanner was tested, and the control of the Panama Canal was returned to Panama by the United States. Star Wars was released, and Elvis Presley passed away. Louise Brown, the first test tube baby, was born in 1978, and the computer game Space Invaders was introduced. The 3 Mile Island disaster occurred in 1979. The Walkman was introduced by Sony, and Michael Jackson's debut solo album was introduced. Philippians 413 Gymnastics Studio has a variety of different classes, including contortion, gymnastics, acro gymnastics, preschool gymnastics, aerial arts, and beginner dance. The gymnastics studio has become a second home to many of its students. The gym's motto is, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." And the gym teaches kids that through hard work and dedication, they can do all things, and that it's okay to be scared of trying new things, but to keep trying and never give up. The greatest lesson the studio teaches is that it's always okay to ask for help. Students are considered family both in and out of the gym. Under the direction of Candace Garner, Philippians 413 presents 2 routines for your pleasure. Act 1 involves contortions and will be done by Kenzie Carter, William Garner, Callie Carter, Danica Garner, Megan Stagner, and Aubrey Widener. Act 2 is acro gymnastics, featuring Gideon Shelby, William Garner, Adley Woods, Sophia Cahill, and Megan Stagner. Please welcome the students of Philippians 413 Gymnastics Studio. The 1980s were a time of great pop culture, including some of the best movies, TV shows, music, and toys of all time. Classics like E.T., The Goonies, and the Indiana Jones movies, which brought about the PG-13 rating, would set the tone for a collection of monumental movies. Back to the Future and its sequel combined all the best in time travel. G.I. Joe was introduced in the 80s, making it one of the best toys of all time. Transformers were also introduced. The 80s brought new categories of music. Michael Jackson, Madonna, even the Rolling Stones and Queen. Hip-hop was introduced and a growth of punk rock began. MTV would be launched and the era of the dual cassette tape deck was introduced. High-top sneakers and epic acid-wash jeans became the style. Popular television shows including Growing Pains, Who's the Boss, Family Ties, The Dukes of Hazzard, Alf, Saved by the Bell, and Cheers. Nintendo appeared on the scene with Super Mario Bros., Tetris, and Pac-Man among the leaders in bestsellers. Our next entertainer for the evening is making his debut on the Salem stage. Raised in Houston, Missouri, and a graduate of Houston High School, Ben Percival traveled the country working for a pipeline company, but found his real calling as a firefighter and a paramedic. Currently working as a paramedic for Mercy EMS, Ben is also a volunteer firefighter for Dent County, served for over 10 years as deputy coroner for the county, and was elected coroner in 2020. In a moment of weakness, Ben told members of the Cosmopolitan Club that he would be glad to assist their efforts in any way, and so here he is, doing a comedy routine. Please welcome Ben Percival.
That's all, folks. Have a good night. Yeah, Miss Dent lays an evil trap sometimes, and I got roped into this. But it's pretty fitting right after he announces the 80s. Proud to be an 80s kid. The toughest generation out there. After all, we were raised with wood-burning kits, M80s, and lawn darts. What were our parents thinking? Giving us weighted leaded instruments that we could throw at each other in the front yard? That's the reason only the fit survived. It is true, I am a firefighter. Been a firefighter for almost 20 years, volunteered over at Houston and here. Proud of the Dent County Fire Department. Thank you, thank you. You know, we have the motto, we will save your foundation. Absolutely, if we don't save the walls, we will wash it too. Been a paramedic for several years, worked here, I work at Mercy now. Matter of fact, I actually work today. My partner looked at me kind of funny when I told him to park out front. I told the patient, you'll be all right, I'll be back in a minute. Been the coroner for a couple years. Can you believe you guys elected me? Was deputy coroner for several years before that. Most of those jokes I have, they're pretty deadly, so I won't tell them. Proud to be from a small town USA. It's what made us all who we are today, right? Builds character, they say. Now, I remember growing up in a small town, one of my favorite things was how tight-knit and how close a community is. If somebody struggled or if somebody had trouble, we all went together and helped each other, right? Absolutely. One of the bad things about that, though, is when you're 16 years old cruising town and a cop runs your tags at 5 p.m., by 7 o'clock, mom and dad know. Because Grandma Betty, who was listening to the scanner, she's already called Aunt Susie, who's called Cousin Tammy, who's called Mom and Dad. You show up at home at 10 o'clock at night, and old Matlock and Murder, She Wrote, they're waiting on you to walk through the front door. Yeah, you kids don't know how easy you got it now. You get a cell phone call, what are you doing? Or you got that Live 360 app, yeah, they know what you're doing. Heck no, when I grew up, my parents sat there and they thought everything bad happened. And when I showed up at home, whoo, Matter of fact, my parents even had delegated punishers in town. Like my best friend's dad, he was allowed to give me a whooping. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad. How many of your parents or teachers always told you can be anything you want to be as long as you try real hard, right? Everybody's had that told? My parents lied. Matter of fact, a few months ago, the fire department, we were trying to figure out how to raise some extra funds. I come up with the idea, let's do one of those firefighter calendars. Wanted to be Mr. November? Ugh. They told me I had to be Mr. December so I would be fully clothed. Obviously, I can't be what I want to be. Really broke my heart. Being a kid of the 80s, we were taught respect. We were taught integrity, and we were taught how to be kind to one another. And it seems like it's missing these days. Customer service appears to be a thing of the past. Matter of fact, you don't believe me? Go to McDonald's. It's the only place in the world that they can treat you bad, get your order wrong, and you'll still go back tomorrow. The other day we were working on the ambulance. We were kind of busy. Been running all day. We decided about 6 p.m., time to stop and grab us a burger, something to eat real quick. So we go through the drive-thru, and I get up to the little speaker. Oh, can I take your order? Yeah, can I get a couple double cheeseburgers, a small fry, and a large Diet Coke? I know, Diet Coke, double cheeseburgers, yeah, whatever. So anyway, they tell me my total, and I pull up to the next window, and the lady tells, or the gentleman there at the window, he tells me, all right, bud, it's going to be $8.76. No problem. Pull out $9 and hand him a penny. The gloves come off. The shoes come off, and I can count fingers and toes trying to figure this math problem out. They even had to call the manager up. No big deal. They ended up having to give me my penny back, and they gave me 24 cents change. It's kind of hard to believe. So anyway, we get that all settled. I get my receipt, and I pull up to the next window. I am excited. Fat guy like me and double cheeseburgers, baby. So I get my food, and we're taking off down the road because we got other stuff to do, right? So as we're driving down the road, I slip my hand into that beautiful brown bag of delicious goodness, and all of a sudden I know something's not right. You see, when you get a body like this, body by Ben, by the way, we'll start taking classes next week. When you get a body like this, you have an arm that is perfectly calibrated to the weight of a double cheeseburger. Reach in the bag, and I start to lift up that double cheeseburger, and all of a sudden I realize something's not right. As I take a bite of my ketchup, cheese, and pickles sandwich, I realize they forgot the meat. Wow. So, of course, I turn around. I go back in. I walk into the front counter. I say, hey, whoever the cashier was there, I said, no meat on my cheeseburger. I said, hold on, we'll get the manager. No problem. Trying to be polite. Manager comes up. What seems to be the problem today? I'm like, hey, Carl, sorry, but you forgot my meat. He looks at me and goes, are you sure? Nope. Believe it or not, I'm the hamburglar, and I need you to hurry up and give me my patties because I'm running down to Burger King to steal a couple from there. Customer service these days, it's a thing of the past. On a different subject, first of the year, how many of you guys made New Year's resolutions this year? I can't see, so you can raise your hands or not raise your hands. It really doesn't matter. I'll pretend every one of you did. Had to make a few New Year's resolutions myself. The other day I got out of the shower and was standing in front of the mirror and realized I looked like a bullfrog that pulled up some britches. Big belly, double chin. I'm like, oh, I better work on that. So I made some New Year's resolutions, made 3 of them actually. First one, decided I need to read more, help educate myself. Went down to the basement, turned the subtitles on my TV, binge watched 4 episodes of Office. Check. Got that one nailed out. Number 2, felt like I probably needed to get into shape. That's tough. Fortunately, modern day problems require modern day solutions. Went back to my elementary education, round is a shape. Check 2. You know those New Year's resolutions are kind of like to-do lists. They only are good for about the first 2 weeks of January, and then we pitch them out the window. But anyway, number 3, I decided I really got to change something, so I'm going to quit smoking. Proud to say, 2 weeks, no cigarettes. I'm sure there's several people out here today that have quit smoking, and I'm telling you what, it changes everything. Matter of fact, my wife had to add a new New Year's resolution. It was to get more patience. She told me I'd been testing hers for a few days. I don't understand why. Little bit of advice if you're ever having a bad day or trying to quit something like that. Absolutely, and I mean absolutely, do not, I repeat with bold letters, do not go to Walmart. Everybody knows what I'm talking about because everybody dreads that Walmart trip, especially when you're not in the best mood or you're in a hurry. So what we do is we plan our entire trip beforehand. We say, all right, here's what I'm going to do. Pull into the parking lot. Going to find a real close spot over to the side a little bit, not in front because too many people walk in and out the front. I'm going to walk in, go through the double doors. I'm going to go straight to the pizza roll section, get my pizza rolls, get my Mountain Dew, coming back home, and I'm going to sit, no shirt on my couch and watch TV. So we've got to be prepared because we know what's going to happen when we're having a bad day. So the other day I had to go to Walmart. I'm sure it was something the wife sent me for. Had my plan made up, going straight in, grab my stuff, straight out. So as I get ready, speaking of Walmart, how many of you got your W-2s from them, by the way? Yeah, firefighter, paramedic, coroner. I had to add this year as a part-time self-checkouter. Anyways. Oh, Walmart. So anyway, I show up to Walmart and I got to run in and run out. That's my plan. And Walmart plays tricks on us. You know how about every third day they change everything where it's located in the store? Oh. So here I am in a hurry, come walking through the front door, and just like everybody knows exactly what I'm talking about, there's like 1 or 2 people, either like Bill from work or Sally from church. If you catch them, it's an hour and 45-minute conversation that you can't escape. If you did not think that's funny, that's because you are that person. I walk through the front door's open, the Walmart greeter's there, trying to hand me a mask. I make it past her, and I look up and down the aisle, I see my nemesis, Bill from work. And now I know that I am in a hurry, and I've got to do some Tom Cruise Mission Impossible stuff to keep from getting caught. I make a quick left, jump into the women's clothes racks. I'm peeking around corners, making sure that I'm not getting caught. Make it all the way back to I don't remember what I had to get, but I made it all the way back there. I got the item, and here I come sneaking out. I'm dipping, diving, ducking, dodging. I am getting out of there. I'm going to go through self-checkout, even though I hate it because I don't want to get caught in the one-person checker line that's 8 miles long, and I'm going to get out of there. As you're walking down that last aisle, like I said, they change everything every 3 days. I got the attention span of a squirrel. There's a new gadget there on the right that's been put on clearance or something, so I have to stop for 3 seconds and take a gander, and what happens? Hey, babe. I start getting mad because I got caught. Man, how many of you people, especially most of the new people or younger people won't remember, but especially my age or a little bit older, you remember answering machines that we had at home? And we never let them work, or we always deleted the message before we heard it. That way we had plausible deniability. Man, I wish they had those for in-person visits. Sorry, Ben's not available right now. If you would leave a message, he'll get back to you in the next few days. Delete. So you get stopped for an hour and a half while you talk about everything. Most of the people know me. I've been a paramedic, so they always want to talk about what gross medical problem they have. Hey, have you ever seen something like this? Yes. And I don't want to see it again. Anyways, talking about Walmart. I think Walmart brings out the worst in people. Seriously. Like Black Friday, you got 2 65-year-old ladies having a knockdown, drag-out fight because Tupperware's on sale, $5 for this big box. Or how many of you remember the great toilet debacle of last year, toilet paper debacle of last year? Oh my gosh, it was crazy. One day, I simply walked up to one of those yellow vests, and I'm like, hey, I got a question. I said, are you guys out of toilet paper? Talk about customer service. She kind of gave me a nasty look and rolled her eyes and walked off. Man, I was so embarrassed when I waddled back to the bathroom, pants down around my ankles. You all are picturing it right now. That's the worst part. Guy's got to do what he's got to do. Anyways, Walmart. So I've been the coroner for a few years now, deputy coroner for about 10 years. Always had a desire that if the day comes, when my time comes, I want people to stuff firecrackers in my pocket. That way when I go to the crematorium, I really wake them up. Yeah. On a serious note, it's absolutely an honor and a pleasure to be coroner for this county. It's my right, it's my privilege to be able to stand up and be the voice for those that can't talk no more. But I have to tell you one last story. And it's about cell phones. Be careful. One evening, it's been several years ago, I had the unfortunate task of working a car wreck that had a fatality in it. And I was doing what I had to do, and I'm driving back to town transporting. And you don't have service south of town past about B&K Junction. Well, here I am driving back to town. I hit B&K Junction, and out of the back of the Suburban, I hear, hello? Hello? Hello, it's your phone ringing. You ever seen a fat guy get out on B&K Highway and dance a jig? By George, I can. Guys, I hope you all have a great night. Thank you.
Thanks, Ben. Linda Milady and her assistant, Ashlyn Patterson, from the Salem Academy of Dance, bring a jazz routine for tonight's entertainment. Geared for ages 10 to high school, this group includes Bentley Brown, Kaylee Carr, Sadie Elam, Zoe Elam, Josie Howard, Kaylee Mahurin, Courtney Mendenhall, Lydia Nelson, Hannah Prue, Alice Salyer, Mackenzie Schmidt, Hannah Steelman, Abby Terrell, and Brinkley Tripp. Please welcome these dancers as they perform their routine to Shake the Room. And so, we still have some Miss Salem, past Miss Salems out here in the audience, and so let's share some more memories with these past Miss Salem winners. And I ask once again, ladies, to please stand when your name is called and remain standing. So here we go. We're up to the 80s. Miss Salem 1981, Jill Clark Ball. Jill states, the Rotary Club pancake breakfast is a fond memory. It was a happy time of my life. I was dating my husband-to-be, my mother and father were there, and I was surrounded by the community that I love. Miss Salem 1983, Stephanie McDaniels Floyd. She states, my favorite memory of being Miss Salem included interacting with everyone at local activities, including the Rotary Club pancake breakfast. Miss Salem 1987, Debbie Bergner IV. Debbie states, one memory that stands out to me was the actual pageant itself. I had talked my best friend into entering the pageant with me. After our trip across stage, we were in the basement before crowning, and I was very nervous. In fact, I told her I wasn't sure I was going back up there. I remember her stern response, you got me into this and you're going back up. Glad I did, since I won. Another memory was riding in the parade. Back then, I rode on the hood of a car. Climbing up there with a dress on and getting situated was an adventure itself. I enjoyed my time as Miss Salem and attending various community events representing our wonderful little town. Miss Salem 1989, Mary Stevens Fraley. Says, my favorite memory is of the pageant itself. I loved just being a part of this small part of Salem history. I love the contributions that come to the community through the pageant and the Cosmopolitan Club. Miss Salem 1990, Dana Box Green. Dana says, my favorite part of being Miss Salem was getting to engage with all the people. I loved the social aspect of being Miss Salem. Miss Salem 1993, Erica Cross Kelso, was unable to be present, but she stated, my fondest memory is of my grandmother who is no longer with us. She was so proud of me and always encouraged me to be whatever I dreamed. I think she screamed the loudest when I was announced the next Miss Salem. Miss Salem 2000, Dottie Bergdorf Steelman. She states, I just enjoyed representing the community. I loved serving at the pancake breakfast for the Rotary Club. Miss Salem 2001, Tasha Adamick Ellis, was unable to be present with us this evening, but stated that her favorite memory of serving as Miss Salem was the very first 100-acre wood rally that was hosted in Salem, and that she met a lot of people and loved starting the race. Miss Salem 2004, Jessica Nash Sullivan. While there were many enjoyable moments, my favorite and really most humbling was when I spoke at a Memorial Day ceremony. It was a privilege to be able to speak at an event that honors those who have served our country. Miss Salem 2005, Brooke Beeson. Brooke states, one of my favorite memories was from my year as Miss Salem is from the road rally downtown. It was the first time I'd gone to the road rally, and it was fun getting to help count down for the drivers to start the race. And on top of all that, I was able to meet Travis Pastrana, who is well known on a national level for a variety of different sports. Miss Salem 2013, Carly Green. Carly says, my favorite thing about getting to be Miss Salem was getting to be a major contributor to the Salem community. I got to help out with fundraisers and different events that help out our small town, and it was an honor to be a part of it. Miss Salem 2014, Gracie Fione Redford. Gracie says, as Miss Salem, I had many opportunities to participate in community events. I have to say, knowing I was given the chance to support the small town that always supported me was my favorite part of the experience. Miss Salem 2016, Lindsay Parker. My favorite memory from serving as Miss Salem would be opening day of trout season. I was there for the first cast of the season, and then I had the opportunity to handle and weigh all the lunkers that were brought in that day. I also loved getting to represent and give back to the community that gives to so many. Miss Salem 2018, Caitlin Schwartz-Schaefer, was unable to be present with us this evening, but states, my favorite memory would have to be the morning pancake breakfast. Getting to know everyone was a blast. They were all so sweet and welcoming, as per usual with the citizens of Salem. What better way to serve and get to know the community than over some pancakes and coffee? Miss Salem 2019, Lauren Grogan. Lauren's favorite memory as Miss Salem was at the 100-acre wood rally. The whole Girl Scout group was excited to see me and to get pictures taken. My favorite event was the girls' night out and meeting with different businesses. And that, ladies and gentlemen, are some great tributes to you and the Salem community. Please give these past Salem winners, Miss Salem winners, a big round of applause. Thank you, ladies. Once again, Linda Milady brings us a contemporary ballet routine from her advanced class at the Salem Academy of Dance. Dancing to This Girl Is on Fire is Haley Baldwin, Chloe Baldwin, Andrea Bray, Kennedy Chapman, and Kinsey Farrar. So, we've covered the decades where our past Miss Salem winners were involved. We hope that you've enjoyed the things you might have forgotten or didn't even know. Our lucky winners tonight will receive many useful and lovely gifts given by businesses and individuals in the community, and we are grateful for their support of the Cosmopolitan Club's efforts to produce this show and pageant for the community. Our brand new Miss Salem will receive, at the conclusion of her year, a $3,000 scholarship to the college of her choice due to the generosity of an anonymous donor and the Cosmopolitan Club. In addition, our new Miss Salem and the first runner-up will receive a photo shoot with Leslie Four. The Cosmopolitan Club is grateful to the Hotspot for its contribution of tuxedos for the escorts, the Salem News for advertising and on-the-spot assistance with the program and decorations, Nathan Phelps for his willingness to provide sound and lights, and to Stan Podorski and KSMO Radio for live streaming this evening's show. As we close the show with the crowning of Miss Salem 2022, we hope you continue to remain healthy and well and supportive of your community and tonight's winner. And I now turn it over to Catherine Dent for the announcements.
Our panel of judges have reached a final but difficult decision. All girls participating this year were unique with individual special qualities. Let's welcome them again. Neely Leathers, that special touch florist. Denise Stoner, the Bank of Salem. Kayla Howard, Gray Construction. Trinity Gorman, Travis Fulton Construction. Skylar Clapperich, Flat Nasty Off-Road Park. Riley Darby, Kurtz Mobile Homes. Tessa Gorman, Vandevert Drug. Lisbeth Blanco, Bigo's Mexican Restaurant. Sierra Resco, Mosier Pharmacy. Caitlin Steffen, Carol's Garden. Serving tonight as our flower girl and crown bearer are twins, Emily and Benjamin Taylor, children of Stephen and Robin Taylor. Both are 6 years old and in kindergarten at Salem Lower Elementary. Ben's favorite thing about school is playing with friends. He is a blue belt in Tiny Tiger Taekwondo, where his favorite part is playing dead bug as a warm-up for class. Ben's favorite television shows are Zig and Sharko, and he is looking forward to summer vacation when he can ride his bike, go swimming, and play outside with his sisters. Emily's favorite thing about school is going to specials. She enjoys dancing with the Salem Academy of Dance, where she likes working on the bar and wearing costumes. Her favorite YouTuber is A for Adley. Emily is looking forward to summer vacation when she can go visit her grandparents, color with her siblings, and go to the pool. Our ceremonies begin by presenting to you the candidate whom the girls themselves have selected as Miss Personality. The girls voted earlier today when they came for their informal interview with our judges. Selected by her peers as Miss Personality 2022 is Denise Stoner, sponsored by the Bank of Salem. Our second runner-up, sponsored by Carol's Garden, Caitlin Steffen. Our first runner-up, which is an important position in case the individual chosen as Miss Salem cannot fulfill her duties. Sponsored by Kurtz Mobile Homes, Riley Darby. Following the crowning of Miss Salem by our Master of Ceremonies, we welcome you to take pictures, but ask that you please allow the Salem News photographer the first opportunity. Chosen by our panel of judges to reign for 2022 is sponsored by Mosier Pharmacy, Sierra Rusco.
Give us a rosy. Give her a rosy.
And this concludes our ceremonies. Thank you for coming.